Welcome to the grand final of the very first REFORGED tournament after launch. Who will be the champion? The CIS region dominating over Central Europe. Sweden eliminated, Poland eliminated. It's the old Western battle of Ukraine versus Russia as we have Foggy versus Cash coming up.
Cash already earlier voiced his desire to defeat Foggy in that grand final, in that best of 5. The best of 3 we saw earlier was rather quick, rather one-sided, helped us to stay somewhat on schedule, actually. With Foggy 2-0ing there. Foggy struggled really hard in the winner bracket final against Thorzen, but makes it through, and is once again looking to be the favorite as long as Happy isn't around. Foggy, I agree, is looking really strong once again. And now, going up against Cash one more time. Our starting map, just like earlier, will be Amazonia. How has Cash learned from the previous game? Hopefully he did. Otherwise, this could be a very one-sided affair once more.
Okay, hopefully not. Cash comes in with a little bit of momentum. Thorzen challenged him to the limit on the first map, but Cash showed a lot of intelligence, a lot of game sense, a lot of knowledge about this wonderful game, and defeated him relatively easy on map number 2. So, coming in from the very bottom of the lower bracket, defeating Terra, defeating Thorzen, is it now time for the full-out best of 5 against the strongest Night Elf we have in Europe? Foggy, seemingly easy winner bracket run against Cash, as you said, 2-0. Thorzen challenged him a lot. It was a 2-1, and it was really close in all games. But he made mistakes in game 1. He fixed these mistakes. And then it looked really, really good on map 2 and 3. Here we go. Both WGL participants, Foggy and Cash, they know each other inside out. They practiced together. Cash became his coach during WGL. So, how is this game going to look after the winner bracket final? We started this winner bracket semifinal. When was it? Around 7 p.m. Quite some time to think about it. What will Cash change? What's his mindset?
Especially thinking earlier to AZ, this is where the keeper level 3 early just completely spiraled out of control. So I hope this is something that will be addressed more so by Cash, scouting more, trying to prevent keeper's progress more. If it is a keeper, doesn't necessarily have to be. We have seen, especially Lorliot, play Talons once again quite successfully against the top orcs of the world. Foggy doesn't really seem to be too ready to play that yet. The first hero choice is going to reveal this for us. And it is the keeper of the group, which means no Talons, which means Huntresses, which normally means expansion. But as we saw earlier, if you get off to a hot start, quick level 3, quick kills, you may not even need that expert. Both these players have been wearing a crown for a long time. The Night Elf King of Europe and the Orc King of Europe. Challenged sometimes a little bit by Spiral, but the crown still solidly rests on Cash's head. And Foggy has established himself as the best Night Elf a long time ago. Since his early GCS successes. Recently at WGL he wasn't doing the best. The most recent WGL he only didn't get out of the groups. The one before that he didn't even qualify. It was Happy taking over and carrying Europe's hope. But among Europeans in competition, it still works out well for Foggy unless it's against Happy. He's playing. That almost was a lightning shield deny. That's why once again, my heart skipped a beat because that seems to be one of Foggy's favorite plays in the early game. We already saw it earlier today, but here Foggy doesn't mess up. Gets all the items, gloves and mantle for the keeper, not too bad at all. And Cash won't have reason to complain either because he gets the claws with a fast tech on one burrow and is looking for the keeper right away. I like that play. Again, prevent level 3 keeper as much as you can.
This is a typical Foggy play. This was what made him kind of famous, running into orc bases and wreak havoc with Entangle, with Treants. That should be doable, but this time Cash is around and prevents this relatively easy just with the presence of the Blade Master. But Foggy is creeping at the same time once again, just like in the match against Thorzane, displaying great macro on this map.
I would have even preferred to see the Grunt scouting for the Archer creep, because that is a pretty predictable play. Just the Blade Master being at home should be good enough to deal with that. But okay, second burrow finishes. Next Grunt will be coming out. This is also something we saw from Cash earlier. Really, really passive Grunt usage. Level 1 Entangle, it's not easy to kill Grunts actually. It takes a lot. And if you invest all of your mana, and at the end, the Grunt gets denied, it's not even a very good trade for you. But at least the Grunt at home is doing something, is looking for the APs, which is what broke Cash's neck in the second map on Northern Isles. So yes, it certainly looks like Cash has learned. Keeper, with Foggy's favorite item, the staff, going over to the Archer. Looking... Oh, I thought for more creeping, but is he actually looking to be aggressive? Perhaps he is. He's going to run into a Grunt. That's certainly going to be an Entangle. But if the Grunt falls here, it's not the end of the world. Especially if the Grunt gets denied.
Right. Here is the surround, and most likely the kill. Can you deny it? That would be great. Oh, it's actually trying to heal him. Healing cancelled, but... Oh, second healing cancelled, I guess. More and more entangles, but the Keeper is quite hurt. Can he get this Grunt now? The chase is very long. One more hit. Yeah, exactly one more hit, and okay, he gets the Grunt in the end, but it took a lot of mana, and only level 2.6, and now what?
The other Grunt survived, hopefully, trying to save that one on 30 HP in the main. And that was the Keeper's whole mana pool for one Grunt. It's a Grunt dying, but it's not the end of the world, wait. Did the Archer just... The Archer just sniped the Berserker! That's such a big deal. That is such a big deal. That's a big step towards level 3 for the Keeper, and the Blade Master is level 2 being denied even longer. Oh, and the Huntress going into the main, kills off the one Grunt, hides in Shadow Melt.
Oh my.
Hunt is gonna die, but she did her job.
Again, takes more time. Foggy is playing really, really well, even though his level 3 is denied, but thanks to this Archer last hit, he gets it now, and this is tremendous. The Huntress falls now, but that's fine. Blade Master is level 1. He has great damage, which is rare for Amazonia. But now we have the Alchemist, that is the old combo of Entangle, Acid Bomb for heavy, heavy hero focus. Cash needs to get something done.
Nice reveal coming in by Foggy as well. He was smelling the Blade Master around the corner. Entangles him to prevent the last hit. Both go to Foggy. Claws for him. Serpent Wards are doing decent damage, but it's only a single Grunt because the first two died. Another one is coming from the main. Has the Berserker Strength upgrade as well. Oh, Blade getting entangled. Focused. In trouble. Running away. Is it good enough to save himself? There is a Sentinel up on the trees, but the Blade survives. Foggy even ready with a Sentinel, which looks really beautiful, by the way.
And has team color, Remo. What the hell? Imagine the day... Okay, let's see. The Shadow Hunter comes out and is entangled and nuked and dead. Denied by Cash, I think. So...
Still dead.
Yeah, but still dead, indeed. To follow up on that Sentinel thing, maybe if they color the Sentinels, maybe there's a chance for... Oh my god. For Anti-Magic Shell as well, but here's the Blade Master in trouble once again. Oh, big damage! But not enough. The Night Elf heroes prevail, and that is a double kill for Cash.
Heavily underestimating there how much damage he was going to take, I guess. How different would all this look with a level 2 Blade Master, by the way?
With this inventory, a lot.
Very, very different. Dude, that Archer last hit actually had such an impact.
Yeah, that is the move of the game. Absolutely. No question about that.
But also, all around, even with all the Blade Master interference, the level 3 Keeper was actually pretty well acquired. Also, the Grunt kill in the main. Foggy is just playing really, really well.
Yeah, and throughout this entire tournament. There's no weakness apparently.
Ring now for the Alk, which is actually really good for him. Level 2 as well. Still no expansion. Which is the new school way of playing this Huntress style. Heavy leveling into pressure with upgrades, looking for kills, into then expanding.
A player's forces are under attack.
Took Foggy a while to adopt this Lawlias style, but he finally has.
2-0 on the Huntress already. Heavy damage. Is there a way for Cash to come back? What risks can he take to prolong this game to get the necessary hero levels and army size?
It's by no means over for Cash, he certainly is a bit behind, but if he gets double level 3s, armor upgrade is another one for the Grunts, and just a 50 supply army, his force is absolutely decent. Or good, perhaps, even against Foggy's.
There's no TP on the Shadow Hunter. 2 Grunts are low. This is Foggy coming in for the 1-0. The Blade Master sees the movement, so Cash has a chance to retreat, but this is gonna be kills. This Grunt is low, this Grunt is low, this Grunt is low. Oh my! Hunts are blocking, Acid Bomb hits twice. Oh, Heal Wave actually pretty clutch. Speed Scroll as well. Cash, this is a nice escape so far. But the Hunt Glaives. Okay, 1 kill at last.
That speed scroll also very late there to be triggered. He could have used that way earlier. 1 Grunt is gonna get entangled, yes, but only 1. And as it is now, it's basically 2 dead.
40 supply only. On both sides, but okay. Blade Master has crit available. Finally, +9 damage. That's good, but the shop is gone.
Cash waiting for more production. Oh, but the Grunt, as it comes out, getting sniped so easily. Piercing damage against the Hunt is pretty high, though. Scroll of Protection. Oh, I see that for the first time.
Yep.
Helping out the Hunts here. 6 armor points now on them. Pretty high. Grunt's having a tough time connecting. The Blade Master is in the middle of everything, but that's not where he wants to be. Taking too much damage. Has to fall back. And now the shot gone. APs are coming up. Aggressively going for the Keeper. Nice surround on the first hero. Oh, and he doesn't have a TP. The Blade Master also in trouble, though. Who's gonna die first? Oh, there was a TP. I thought that was gone. And with that... very well executed Hail Mary play there. Cash forces his opponent away.
Cash absolutely survives. Needs more experience. Still needs to take risks again. But Foggy's AP push was defended, and it wasn't a sneaky surprise AP push like in the winner bracket semifinal between them. This looks much more competitive than in the best of 3 between them. Heal Scroll now. Clarity for the Shadow Hunter, and he's trying to go for this again. Foggy, he knows one direction, right? And it's just as close to Cash's base as possible.
Huntresses are hurt though. He does have heal and protection scroll. Shadow gets to level 3 finally, but Cash never remade his shop. Oh, that's a big macro mistake in my opinion. Would have loved to see that proxy, actually, between Merchant and the main. But this barracks now very far forward, not protected by a burrow anymore. Peon repair, I don't think would do much against these bouncing glaives.
Cash is intercepting the Wisp reinforcements, getting dispelled, and that is lack of mana now. Level 3 Shadow Hunter. Okay. Heal Scroll. Okay, and the Clarity is still available, but that needs time. Foggy has another Wisp here, but I guess he saves it for the detonate. Barracks
doesn't have a shop coming up. This is what really worries me.
Cash is struggling for resources so hard.
When the barracks is killed, by the way, the remainder on the ground are pretty cool. But let's not pay too much attention to that as the next fight is coming in. Heal Scroll used really early on the Blade Master. Heavy focus in the middle of everything. He might just be dying right here, trying to get out of that surround. Last second heal wave. Can he survive this? He used every bit of healing that he could, but one more pigeon flying in, and that's it. Blade Master falls. And this game is finally over. GG. Cash taps out, and Foggy with another stunning performance grabs the 1-0.
That was pretty strong by Foggy, we gotta say. Holy smokes, is this man on fire today? Cash improved massively compared to the series before, but Foggy just finds new ways to challenge him, and Cash needs apparently too long to react to it.
Yeah, Foggy's just looking super solid today. Like, normally Foggy always has really smart game plans and good timings in his mind, but then there's these tons of sloppy little minor things where he's moving archers into creeps and not splitting them well enough and leaving items on the ground, stuff like that, that really comes to cost him. But today he's just solid all the way through. If we forget about this one Ancient of War deny, just really strong play by him.
Yeah.
Looking very, very scary here.
Okay, 1-0 lead. This is a long best-of-5 series. We thank Japariax for the 28-month resub. Yeah! And Miro for the Prime sub. And Kano3131 for the 7-month resub as well. Lots of subs coming in, and we are very, very grateful for that.
As far as the vetoes go, by the way, earlier Foggy vetoed LR, which in my opinion can be a very bad early game Night Elf map. But normally in the mid game it's pretty good. So slightly interesting ban there, because normally Night Elves more tend to veto TS because that's so good for Shadowhunter. But it was actually Cash vetoing Terranos stand, which is super unusual to see.
It is usually a good Night Elf map in other matchups, because Warden is absolutely playable, and some Night Elves love to have fun with the Zeppelins and drops. But this is one of the best Orc maps in this matchup. That is really surprising.
In the past, it used to be considered a very easy Night Elf early expansion, but that's not really the way Night Elf plays anymore. And if Night Elf does early expand, that's oftentimes something you're glad to see, because you're free to roam in the mid game and you can just counter expand normally. So yeah, I'm very surprised at this Terranos ban, but Cash has a good reason for it, I'm sure. So instead, our counter pick number 1 here from Cash's side is gonna be Northern Isles.
Okay.
A map that I'm quite fond of nowadays.
Nowadays, has that changed?
Yeah, at the beginning I was pretty annoyed by the drakes in the corners, which were way too easy to creep.
Way too easy to creep.
And also at the labs, the fences weren't extending far enough out, so you automatically ran into the creep camp when you ran by. That was really annoying. And the natural creep with the rock golem was really abusable. But all that was fixed.
Yeah, that is, I think, one instance of Blizzard reacting very quickly.
No, it was the map. It was not Blizzard. It was the map makers.
But didn't Blizzard have to update the map into their pool with...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, okay. Shout out to both of them, then, I guess.
And that's probably Ryan's doing, because Ryan is always right on the pulse of map creation.
Also known as Cam in the Reddit, reddit.com/r/WC3. Pretty active, also in touch. What?
I thought you were gonna say the only Warcraft Reddit out there.
Also in touch on several Discords, so shout out to Ryan. Who is working?
I wonder if they're finally having like a week off now, or if they're just continuing to to crunch.
They better work on this.
They've been in crunch mode for like half a year. I kind of feel bad for them. Anyways.
We're also in crunch mode for like years.
Dude, we haven't been working 12 hours straight every day for the last half year. That's
you didn't.
Concerts are not work, Neo, okay?
Dude, if you ask my buddy after, especially the concert on Saturday.
Alright, zoom in on the Peon Scout.
Yeah.
Can we appreciate how dumb and cute this guy looks? I think that looks so on point.
Does he remind you of someone you know in person?
Forces are under attack. Really?
No, just asking. It's not something I'm hinting for. Thank you, Calgary Classic, by the way, for the Prime sub.
Same keeper opening again as we saw earlier, going for the safe creep at the green, and Cash also with his same opening, going for the shop early, skipped barracks. He's not going for the claws camp first, but that means he can creep more towards the middle and be more aggressive, trying to prevent this keeper leveling as much as possible. And that was so well done by him earlier. It was kind of a tragic game here on Northern Isles, where the early was so good by Cash. He's popping the speed scroll already. What? That's weird.
Why?
I think he was expecting creeping at the Murloc. Oh, and he's correct. He is correctamundo. Keeper saw him passing by though, didn't he?
I don't think so. He wasn't Windwalk.
Oh, big last hit on the Flesh Eaters. Should be easy for the Blade. Double cloak, hell yeah. One for the front, one for the back.
That's how you wear your cloaks as well, huh? But Foggy is still with his treants in the main, and if he can prevent this burrow, Cash is still stuck on one grunt. There's no way to repair this, and it is working. Oh boy. And the second one.
Finish, though. I don't think it's too bad.
New treants, Remo. I think
Maybe
you calculated that wrong. There's a new variable in, and that is the second kill. Oh boy.
I still don't think it's that bad. Oh, Peon Scout sees an expansion, by the way, in the bottom. Oh, okay. It's quite a few cancels at this point.
He has no lumber anymore for another one.
Wait. Oh.
Oh?
Should you perhaps, with this opening, have an 18 supply, 17 supply attack instead of 18?
So you can always go for another grunt?
Yeah, for 1 grand. It seems like Cash has 1 peon too many. But I guess maybe he needs the peon for the scout? Difficult.
Foggy is expanding. Foggy has a second engine of war. And this is a pretty safe expansion. Like, there's no entang. No, but the damage is not enough. I mean, the claws are here, but that's pretty much about it.
It's good damage here, though. If the first grunt comes in, and then the creeps start whacking, maybe this tree can fall. Wait, is there dust? No. Okay.
Thank you, Second Hungarian Army. Glad to have you back. 15 euro donation after a long, hard-fought camping. It is good to be back and share some of the plunder with you guys. That is wonderful, man. Thank you very much.
Players' forces are under attack.
This guy, hi yop, thank you for the 13 months. Looking forward to this year with you guys. I'm looking forward to this year as well. We're gonna have so many Warcraft tournaments. You know, it's gonna be so cool. Look at that sentinel position again. Perfect sentinels. Dude, I love these sentinels.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
Yeah.
Just like you, Neo.
You shall not lie. Here we go.
Oh, last hit! Oh, the blade gets it! It wasn't even a backstab.
But he's getting entangled, catching more hits, but still so worth it to prevent level 3. Level 3 is an absolute game changer for pretty much every hero we see. Keeper is now far away from that.
Yeah, also, this camp costs him quite a bit of mana to do.
A player's forces
Moon
are
use,
under
though,
attack.
is looking pretty good. Not too shabby. Shadowhunter second comes out. Oh, does he want to solo creep the natural? He doesn't have heal salves. What is this? This is madness.
It's risks taken. Entangle now on this Blade Master who has Windwalk. There's no second Entangle to keep him in place. So the Entangle Goat Mine goes through, but more time for this SH getting a Talisman of Evasion. It's a pretty
Blade's gonna be super tank.
cool item.
Can you dodge, by the way, the bouncing glaives? Like when a secondary hit hits you? I would guess no.
If you load it into a Zeppelin before the glaive hits?
No, I mean with the evasion from the talisman.
Ah. Oh, I would think no as well, but that is a question for
Xander Dorn. Xander, where are you? I haven't seen him this last couple of days.
Thank you, Matt is mad for the 100 bits. I am the rearranger. quoting Scooter is always great. Thank you very much.
Can you sing that for us, please, Liam? Oh, dude. Last hit, not stolen, but the item is, it's a big mana pot for the blade, slash, soon to be for the Shadow Haunter. Entangle comes in, one grunt is certainly dead, but that's still not the level up for the keeper, still only level 2. And then first, Shaman comes out and snare from the creep, so the one Huntress. Actually quite a bit of trouble. Oh my god, the surround on the Shadow! Out of nowhere! But the blade pops him out. And Blade Master is ultra tank, as we discussed, so he's not gonna die. Or is he? Or is he?
Killing more and more hunts here though. One out of the game, one out of the fight. And damn, Cash seems to have some great damage and still holding on to the greater healing, so didn't even commit this yet since it's only level 1 spells at the moment. And he's expanding on the back of this.
Has lost a lot of army right there though. If Cash gets enough time to pump back up to 50, this is looking really good, but there's a dangerous spike up for Foggy, who's praying for those heal wards right now.
Oh yeah.
Heal wards, please, he says.
Heal spray is also pretty good, but that means no acid bomb.
We've seen a lot of angst today. Could be useless later on when there's too many shaman, but until that point, might find some good use.
More shaman, 35 supply, and he's pushing in again. Serpent wards taken care of quickly, but the heal spray, he burned through 2 heal sprays already.
Cat is trying to buy time here. Oh, here's the wand.
This looks so ridiculous. I can't get over how ridiculous it looks, but guess what? He's attacking the Alchemist right now. Blade Master again, high up in the air. Purge. Wow, that went is so clutch. He popped the speed scrolls. The damage enough? Yes, it is. And Cash takes out the healer. That's big. He has more mana for more Serpent Wards and the greater mana. Foggy is in trouble. Or is he? Pushes him back. Is there another speed scroll? Not really.
Pretty much finished now, by the way. Foggy, big supply lead, but not too much mana anymore. Looking for more kills. Grunt is on the kill list.
That's it.
Signed up there by the CIA. Drone strike incoming.
That's the end of the push. And this expo is up.
A player's
That
forces
is
are under
pretty
attack.
hard to kill now. Hunts can still do it as the bouncing glaives get rid of the repair relatively easy. So is Cash able to defend now?
This is probably the do or die moment of this game. Oh, aggressive purge against the Huntress, but guess what? It's nighttime. Quick shadow meld, nicely done. Wait, is it fake night or is it real nighttime?
It's fake night.
Are you sure?
Well, if you use a moonstone, the clock stays at 12 or
player's
midnight
forces are
and
under
it turns
attack.
purple. So.
Yeah, I mean, but after it's over, I think it's still night, right?
Ah! Oh, I don't know. Ah, that's good. Level 2 Alchemist, big game changer. Acid bomb available now.
It was daytime, by the way. Oh, that was level 3 shadow. That is such a big deal.
Oh my. The value of the Serpent Wards now and the big mana, which he's still holding on to. Trying to snipe some wisp. 2 down. 3 down.
Who got the hit scrolls, by the way? Big deal. Oh, Foggy got him. Foggy got double heal scroll and protection.
And a Sobi on the Alchemist to keep on healing. Oh, but no wisp connected. Well done. Foggy is splitting forces though. Sends some Huntress to the Great Hall.
Take out the watchtower. That's such a big deal. If that had been a little bit earlier, could have made a big difference. Protection scroll popped as well. 1 heal scroll is left for Foggy. Using it right there. That's it. All the scrolls gone for Foggy.
Mana as well. The Blade Master is still in trouble. Has no consumable. Cash has to retreat. And in the meantime, the tower. Oh, will it come up? It's so close. He has to cancel it last second. Unbelievable how close these games are today. But now, yeah, free reign for Foggy over this expo.
Oh, but Cash is healing up. Clarity's running. Heal salves as well. Keeper, how much mana? Barely anything. Huntress is low. Alk, out of mana, waiting for the next scroll. It's a protection scroll. Heal scroll has 10 seconds cooldown in the shop.
Big mana
This is
still on the Shadow
very
Hunter.
close.
Thank you, Hazucraft. Thank you, Vicious. Thank you, Arazar. Thank you, Courageous and Badido for the 7-month resub. And here we go on Hero Focus, but staff out. Just had my first Reforged win with workshop units only. That is no reason to celebrate, my friend.
It's true, right? Everything in the workshop can be totally abused, even mortar teams.
Invisible mortar teams, oh, how sweet.
Alright, Cash, you need to go into upkeep though. This is not the time to be greedy. Cash needs to hold on, needs to survive.
That's what he does. 51 supply.
Oh, but it's against 70. 70 Night Elf supply.
But it's full mana Shadow Hunter, and it's level 2 Alchemist. He needs to snipe these Wisps again. It's mass Wisps in this fight. Love this Lightning Shield, by the way. Oh, it's Cash's. Okay, I don't love it too much, but now I love it again. It's a hate-love relationship. It's different.
Oh, Wisp. Pretty good detonates right there. More Wisps are coming. So many Wisps! Primarily against the Shadow, who is not moving out of range. Shadow is almost drained.
Oh my.
And we still have so many Huntresses left.
Oh
Grunts,
my.
all hurt.
This acid bomb was gigantic, and the Shaman, they're just melting against it. Yes, Foggy dropping some HP as well, but there's still a heal scroll. There's still an Alchemist. I have no clue how Cash is going to break through this. Everything he has is pretty much low. And how good is the Toby Mask on the Alchemist, by the way? Very, very, very good.
Alright, Cash, you need to go in. You have to try to hold this, but how? With everything so battered and bruised and no repair, too much damage, the Expo is lost.
Cash, that poor soul, is doing everything to prevent Foggy from winning, but it's just not enough. Keeper again owning this shop. 70 supply, heal scrolls number 1 and number 2, and close to level 3 on this Alchemist. Perfect healing in a second. Cash is supply-wise as close as he ever was. 60 versus 70. But how does he want to fight with 125 mana on the Shadow Hunter?
Did not get a scroll, perhaps an invul, but that's it. The Kodo Beast is here. There's not a bad position for Cash at all. Protection scroll used right away. Kodo goes forward, gets the Devour off. The Grunt front line is massive.
The blade though, Invul gets it last second, but he needs healing, and Foggy has that healing. The heal scrolls are superb. He's dropping quite in supply, but the second heal scroll once again. Blade Master out of Invul is dead. 2-0 for Foggy. Long and hard fight for that second point in the grand final, but the Ukrainian takes it again.
Interesting game. Foggy is super aggressive towards the main. Cash slowed down so immensely with the burrows. And in the end, it just always seems to be working out for Foggy. He claimed shop control. So important with his mass style. You always need to have the scrolls. And that's the 2-0 lead.
Thank
Foggy
you.
definitely looking poised now to take this.
Thank you, Cookie Puss, for the 100 bits. And welcome Knubberquakes to the cast. Haven't seen you today, so glad to have you with us. 3 match points in a row, Remo. This is gonna be super tough for the Russian now. Definitely not impossible. We have seen a lot of comebacks.
Yeah. But those were supposed to be the best counter. That was supposed to be the best counter pick by Cash. He's really confident in this delayed barracks, early heal self, aggressive Blade Master play. Maybe he should try reconsidering that? Or perhaps it was just the timing's not quite working out. But Foggy seems to know exactly what to do pretty much in any given situation.
Yeah. So far, this man has lost 1 map only in this entire tournament. That's pretty crazy. You see the bracket once again. Oh, there's no game for third. Sorry about that. Only Thorzane was able to take a map off of him so far. Cash had a great run, especially in the lower bracket. After struggling a bit against Terra, he turned it up to not really 11, but definitely played a lot better than against Foggy in the winner bracket semis. The momentum seems to have stopped, but this could be historic. It's Foggy one map away from winning the first REFORGED tournament.
And we are ready to go. Soon our wonderful admin has started the game, and in we go. Concealed Hill, map 3. Is this gonna be a 3-0? I feel like we've been seeing a lot of 3-0s here in these European Grand Finals lately. Normally involving Happy. This time could be Foggy, but of course we're all hoping that Cash is gonna start his comeback now.
We see it in the player sheets. Foggy 75% against Cash. That only changed when Cash was off racing as human, and it was a surprise to us all, and for the first time Foggy was not going to Shanghai to WGL because of it. But since then, Foggy is pretty much dominant again. And it feels like it's like Foggy versus Cash is Foggy versus Happy in reverse. Cash just can't find an answer. And so it's 2-0. It's match points. Foggy $500 and the first REFORGED championship on the line. Cash, what is he changing now?
Is this perhaps the weird time to play Farseer? We have seen it on this map before by the likes of Focus.
Yeah.
Cash really doesn't seem to me like a Farseer player versus Night Elf. And Foggy, what's he gonna do? He's got a bit of a safety net now. Could this be time for a bit of a cheese, perhaps?
There is an Engine of War on the bottom right. That is interesting already. But before we go into this, you pointed it out already. Thank you, Soon, who's doing, indeed, a wonderful, wonderful job of being the admin here for this tournament today. Shout out to him for doing the dirty work.
I am oftentimes a fan of this greedy Ancient of War creep style, since orcs oftentimes won't scout because of the one borrowed tech with a barracks. This is one of the reasons why orcs recently started switching up the builds, not so predictably going for the one borrow barracks tech anymore, as we saw on Northern Isles, with the aggressive shop, with the fast speed scroll, with the scouting peon ready to possibly punish. We see that a lot on Echo Isles as well, where orcs are doing that more and more nowadays. But here, orcs pretty much always still go with the grand opening, because it's so much easier to creep the first claws, to creep the greens, to creep the merchants, all stuff that's really hard to do with a Blade Master only. So I think it's a very smart read here by Foggy, thinking, yeah, you played the aggressive shop without barracks play before, but I don't think you're gonna do it here, so now I'm gonna take a risk. And now I can basically afford to take that risk as well. And again, the early game build gamble seems to be working out in favor of Foggy.
Okay, we'll see if you're right with that. Thank you, Sarcasmus, for the 200 bits. Chat, just give me more salt. Okay, we have a tech by Cash already at 20. With scouts this, and yeah, Foggy, man. A new build, new timings. But how much can the Blade Master do? He's rushing over, seems to have a great idea about this, and he arrives in time. This could be a dead Engine of War right away.
Bring a region for Foggy, that doesn't do that much, but it gets level 2. And with the Entangle, the Ancient should be safe.
And there
Loss
is
of attack though. Oh, Blade Master's dropping pretty low. Dropping pretty low. Needs to be careful for the next Entangle.
That was not a good opening. Not getting the Engine of War.
Oh my god, look at that Tree of Life timing. Oh my god, how good is this build?
Pretty sick, huh?
How good is this build?
And what can he do? You get level 2 immediately. You can always prevent damage.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think orcs are gonna start playing Peon Scout here soon. This is just way too good. There's no way they can cancel this, is there? I love the Moonwell as well. For more mana, for more entangle. How smart is this? Okay, wait a minute. It's getting cancelled though, I guess.
Nah, entangle. There's one more.
Oh.
The Engine of War is helping as well. Oh boy, this is so close. He needs to use that entangle. There we go. And
Dude, that Moonwell mana
yeah,
gave him the entangle.
Oh, can he still cancel it though? He's committing hard. He's committing the hero and he's committing the grunt, but he gets the cancel in the end.
Is that even worth it though?
He's just rebuilding
Dude,
it
this
again.
Moonwell is blowing my mind, Foggy. Oh my god. By the way, if he finds claws or pendant there, this is all a million times easier.
Yeah.
But he found the awful Ring of Regen.
Yeah. So,
A player's
can you explain
forces
why
are
this
under
build is
attack.
so smart?
Jesus. Abusing the fact that Orc never scouts early on, taking a risk, getting that level 2 there in time, having opened up the natural, the gold mine already, setting up a Tree of Life. Keeper is already in position, of course, because he's there. And then having the Moonwell involved to give you the necessary mana to control the Blade Master, to either save your expansion or kill him off. That's just brilliant. Who came up with this build?
I've never seen it before. I've never seen such a late Huntress build here. This is already super greedy, but yeah, this Moonwell is just next level.
Oh, look at the Hunters blocking. They're blocking the grunts from coming in. At least for a little while.
But he's gonna cancel it again. The question is just on what cost.
Grunts again.
Yeah,
That's not worth it.
it's the third grunt coming in. Ouch.
Level 3 keeper.
Level 3. Oh, there's another entangle.
Cash is standing on the spot to prevent the tree.
Prevent the tree, okay. Shadowhunter is coming now. He has to break it soon, I guess.
But
But he
look
goes
at Cash's army. He's got 2 heroes. That's it. He doesn't have any grunts. They all died.
A player's forces are under
He
attack.
builds one now, gets the lodge, and catches another entangle.
Oh, Blade Master.
We have owls now. Soon to have mana for the entangle. Oh, there we go. Again, the Moonwell giving him the mana for the second kill. This Moonwell, I've never seen a more impactful Moonwell than
Yeah,
this right here.
This is the best Moonwell of all time. This is a
player's
500
forces are
euro
under
build,
attack.
by the way.
Yeah.
This is,
Yeah.
Damn. Damn, what a cool build. Well, Cash. If you win this game, you are
A
officially
town is under
insane.
siege.
Foggy is thinking, okay, with this 500 euros, can I get a custom whirlpool that looks like a Moonwell? That would deserve it for sure. And now, Staff, signature Foggy play. He ends it, like, this tournament most likely in so much style.
Oh, there's one purge against the entangle. So honestly, Foggy he can't really do too much here. He's only got 2 hunts. He's only got 1 more entangle. But even if he doesn't find the kills, he's keeping the shadow from creeping, and that might be worth more than everything else.
A player's forces
Thank
are
you,
under
Zeronimo, for the sub.
Tech, after all, for Foggy is really late because of all these cancels over
Yeah, he
and
cancelled
over.
a lot.
Oh, Blade. If he overstays down here, he might be dying again.
Feels like Fly is playing at this stage. I don't think that... Oh, is the damage enough? There's another entangle.
Oh, go away from the trees.
Sidestep, nice. That was a smart sidestep.
Sentinels everywhere. Foggy's like, where are you?
are under attack.
Come out, you coward!
Okay, I thought for a second they even have an indicator on the minimap, but they didn't think that far.
Doesn't it need to be like an actual kind of unit structure
Yeah.
or something like
Yeah, I
that?
think so. Cash found the time to finally creep the Shadow Hunter. But Foggy knows exactly what he's doing. I mean, obviously, if you're up against an expansion, the thing you need is an expansion, the staff play, the entangle, the purge. That does surprise me.
Are under attack.
That was very fast, getting out of there. But not unlimited purges. And that's entangle, surround, easy kill on that grunt. Blade Master nowhere nearby. Trying to cancel the entangle, but he's level 1. He's having trouble surviving against the Huntress down here.
Yeah, you can't cancel that tree anymore. All you can is to delay the mining while losing units in the north.
It's not even enough. Blade Master not enough DPS to cancel the entangle. Wisp Repair is there. Foggy right on the money.
So close. How many super close moments have we witnessed today?
And Foggy always somehow seems to be coming out on top.
Today, yeah.
Against Cash at least. For the Shadowhunter surround, if he gets surrounded and dies, and he gets the surround as well. Foggy, just everything is working out perfectly. Oh, or is it?
Yeah.
Fights out for a second, but only for a second. More right clicks are coming in, and then the last acid bomb is the Shadowhunter's end. And that seems to be Cash's end. It's looking more than desperate now. Blade Master half dead himself.
How many grunts get killed in this game? I lost track. I can't count that high. Lightning Shield is pretty good, but Foggy moves out of the way. This is another one dead. Okay, the trades are maybe not too awesome at the moment. Oh, that acid bomb hits everything.
34 supply for Cash. He is trying to hold on, but this is looking like Foggy's 5th win in a row against Cash today.
Yep. Yep. Oh, the blade. Oh, boy. Potion, okay. He can't even hope for crit luck because there is no crit. At least Purge forces a TP, but that looks kind of brutal.
Absolutely. Great staff plays, great builds, great Huntress movement. Foggy looking amazing here today, I have to say.
Thank you, the Brass Man, for the 25-month resub.
Comes at a price, I guess, for Foggy. Windows is completely zip dry. Nothing's left. The chop is finishing. Pretty nicely timed as well. So we're gonna have clarities, heal pots.
Cash is sending peons. The derp crew. Moving down south.
Look how awesome they look, dude. I love them. Work, work. Hoping for some sneaky towers.
Yeah, but no chance. There's absolutely no chance with all these owls in the trees. Can't even hope for that.
They took out the owls, though.
Yeah, at least
They accomplished their mission.
At least they have that. Oh, Foggy, are you expanding in the upper left again? Not again, but...
Yeah, now the mass production is coming in. Foggy moving beyond 50 supply.
Now with his back to the fountain. Acid bomb hits nicely. Protection scroll, heal scroll. Okay, it's just full focus. He wants to get rid of the heroes. And then he knows it's his tournament.
Chemical Rage second shows you how certain he is. Yes. Heal Spray is the much better skill and the much safer one, but he's just looking to finish this one off.
It's getting late in the Ukraine. He wants to end this as soon as possible.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay,
we have to fall back for a little bit, but
it's so nasty. Cash is trying to get something sneaky in. He tried with the sneaky towers. He's trying with the sneaky expansion, but Foggy is ready. AP will cancel this as well, or at least do some free damage on it. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, just outstanding play by Foggy today. His matchup against ORC is looking really, really good again. For a while, I felt like he wasn't looking so strong here anymore, but Foggy seems to be getting in shape at the perfect time once more. His Reforged kicks off this year. So let's see, Cash. This might be his last fight. What does he have in the tank? Falling back a little bit further. Some hunches here are close to dying, but big heal scroll by Foggy one more time. Front line is starting to dwindle very quickly. Never were there enough resources for armor upgrades, so these grunts are dying rather fast. If the Blade Master falls, it's certainly over, but he gets away at least. But there was one Huntress dying only for Foggy. Keeps on producing. 62 supply now, looking for more kills on the chase. Might be getting this grunt. Expansion is close to finish, at least for Cash, but he needs more time. He needs a lot more time.
AP is not attacking. Same as the Arcane Tower. Do we have a problem with, like, towers?
He does see it, right?
Must be. I mean, it's nighttime, but...
Okay, he's attacking the workers.
That is, like, so much damage that he doesn't get.
Dude, maybe he doesn't see it. Wait, that's
A player's
that's
forces
absurd.
are under attack.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Is there a high ground there I didn't know about?
Huh.
Dude, AP exactly looks like Treebeard, by the way. Chill, bro. Alright. Almost a 30 supply lead here for Foggy. This next attack is gonna hurt.
We've seen...
Triple scrolls.
Wow. We've seen orcs coming back from, like, 10 supply low. 15 supply low. Sometimes even 20 supply low. But 30...
Yeah.
30 is massive. And there's
When they
no
do,
way
it's
against
insane
this,
heroes normally.
Yeah, 2-1 hunts. They're gonna shred through the tower and the peons and then the Great Hall. Shred through the tower.
This is a little too much, I believe. Foggy very wisely always bringing the wisps as well. If the shadow's out of mana, it is certainly over. And hitting the shaman isn't too bad either. So many.
Yeah, and this, like, if you have no scrolls, this front line of Hunts versus Grunts, you cannot win. There's no way. AoE from the Hunts, upgrade on the Hunts, and nothing for Cash. It's so poor. And the Blade Master is falling for the third time. And that's the GG. Foggy is the first champion of a Reforged tournament after launch. And $500 go to his bank account to the Ukraine. Absolutely deserved. No doubt about who was the best player today. There was just one. And that's Foggy.
Yeah, absolutely. His performance here against Cash in 2 games, across 2 series I should say, really impressive. Thorzane made him sweat, and we could see there that against Human he certainly still has issues. But damn did he look sick against Orc today. That was really, really impressive. Didn't get a chance to see him against Terra, but we will have a chance to see him in plenty of tournaments in the future, in this year. I'm sure Foggy is starting into 2020 in seemingly good shape as Reforged is picking up, and that's what we want to see. We want to see more than just Happy being able to challenge and threaten the top elite of the world. And if Foggy keeps on playing like this and improving, he may be in that same rank of pedigree again.
Absolutely. I'm trying to get him for a little call, as it's very, very late in Russia. I'm just asking if he's all right with that. Of course, we want to hear from the first Reforged champion. He says, go, go. So go is exactly what we do. Add Foggy. Let's go. Group. Join call.
Yo.
Foggy, congratulations! You're the first champion after Reforged launch. How does it feel?
Yeah, it's cool.
So with the $500, can you go to America now to play at DreamHack?
Not enough.
Okay, man, we have to do more tournaments. We were really, really impressed by your play today. This was An outstanding Foggy. Did you feel the same?
No.
No?
Can play better.
Okay. I am looking forward to an even better Foggy. That build on Concealed Hill with the early expansion and the Moonwell. We've never seen this before. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was special strategy, but Cash had a good creep road and scouted it immediately, so it was hard to defend.
I think it still worked out. Like, you lost the expansion, but you killed 2 grunts and the Blade Master, I think, in total for it. Who came up with that strategy? Did you copy it from someone, or did you come up with that build?
No, it's my strategy was one
Nice.
manual to bait expansion. So
Yeah.
I watched replays that Cash last time we played. He just crept at the beginning of all point.
Mm-hmm.
So I I think that he will do it again. He do it again, but he went to this expansion. It was not perfect.
We thought it turned out pretty great for you. Foggy, thank you for your time. It's very late in the Ukraine, so we let you go. Once again, if there's team managers watching, this guy still needs a team. Sign him up. And Foggy, if you have any final words to the viewers and fans, go.
Yes, thank you guys for such nice tournament. I really happy that I won first REFORGED tournament. And of course, next time you should invite Happy.
Okay, maybe we see each other again on Saturday for Rising Star Cup. Then you have a shot at Happy once again. So have a great night and see you soon.
Yeah, and thank you all viewers that watch Warcraft. So see you.
Thank you very much, man. Have a great night.